We're going to review a Nitecore. Wicked. Hey, I got a new light for Nitecore. This is the Concept 2, and if anybody's familiar with the Concept 1, this was a little 1800 lumen beast in itself. But now they went ahead and did it, and they come out with the Concept 2. And this thing is built like a tank. It's like a solid block of aluminum. Unreal. The square design on it, my guess, wasn't very cost effective to make it like that. It's all basically machined solid block of aluminum with end caps on it. You notice here, we're going to get to that. Hot. It's running 4 18650s in it, high drain. And yes, you can charge them from the charging port. We'll get to that too. It's got a beautiful belt clip on it that slides right in and off a belt pretty good. Very solid. Yeah, and I don't think you're going to be ripping that thing off at all. Cool about this, if they've talked 4 XHP 35 HD emitters in it to give you 6,500 lumens out of this little tiny handheld light. You're talking the Tiny Monster series, well, look out, because this Concept 2 is wicked. It does have pretty good features on it, a pretty great UI. Basically, if you just touch that switch, you're going to see that hopefully it blinked 4, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're good to go. Fully charged batteries. Now it is running 12 volts, and this switch is a dual switch. You got your half press and then your full press. And to turn it on, which I do believe on low, let me cycle it down to the ultra low. I got it on ultra low right now, and that's 1 lumen. Kind of, if there's light out, yeah, it's not real bright, but I'm telling you at night, set that thing, oh no, of course it tail stands. Look at that. You'd expect that. Setting that up on your dresser at night, 2,000 hours this thing will run on low. And then you just do the half press, you're going to go to, that was ultra low, now you're going to go to low. 285 lumens for 16 hours, and that's bright enough in itself. And then medium, 1,000 lumens for 6 hours and 30 minutes. And then high, 2,500 lumens for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then of course you got turbo. 30 minutes of runtime, 6,500 lumens. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't running no 30 minutes with turbo. I don't know why they put that on there, because I've already turned it on, and it does have real good circuitry in it, so you can't overheat it, and this thing gets hotter than heck right away. And it does start cutting it back down after about 30 seconds on a hot day. Cool outside, you might get a little more life out of that turbo, but it'll regulate itself up and down like that. And they do have a warning in there somewhere about not running it real long on turbo. You don't really have an option. You're not gonna. I'm gonna hold these specs up here. If you want to pause it. And you got your turbo, SOS, and strobe. It's not real hard to get to that. I'm in ultra low right now. I do believe if you hold it down, there's strobe. Then one click, you got your beacon. I like beacon on flashlights. Set that in the back seat of a car if you were broke down. That thing will run forever like that. And you're talking a 6,500 lumen burst of light. And then there is if you're to quick press it, fully press it when it's off, utilize that turbo for a split second. This thing comes with Nitecore's rugged, and I mean rugged, cases. I really like these. Awesome. And this charger, if you look here, you notice 12 volts. Oh, before we get going, this is rated out to a full 435 yards with them 4 XHP 35 HD emitters in it. Normally them are put into lights for a longer throw. Well, I think Nitecore, they did a good thing by putting the 4 of them in with the smaller head, because it does give a wider spill, as you'll see, but it also punches out there yet. Pretty awesome. And the other one, when I said like a solid block of aluminum, just wicked light. All right, we got a tree at 62 meters away, and I got this Nitecore on low. As you can see there, nothing. Well, that was ultra low. This is low. Incredibly long runtime, 62 meters away. There's medium. Telling you, this light is just unreal. Even medium, 62 meters. High, holy moly. Turbo, No comparison. That's too close. Let's move down on low mode at 94 meters. It's pulling it in. Medium, 94 meters, no problem. High, look at turbo. Way back to 190. This thing just lights everything up. I almost should put this camera on auto so it dims down, but I want you to get a good idea of the amount of light output. 300 meters up there. Hell's that? Must be a plant or something up in that field. Now I'm running this thing on turbo. We're going to see what happens when it dims down. There, it dimmed down. Even after having it on, it's still pulling in just beautiful, as you can see there. Look at that. All right, a little bit of up close. This will be for the lower modes. 1 lumen. Ain't really happening, is it? That tree with that yard light hanging on it, that solar light's about a little over 20 meters. But next level up, incredibly long runtime, no problem. Like I'm telling you, I mean, just this mode alone in your yard, this is more than enough. And you go up to the medium mode, I can honestly see out, I would say easily 60 to 80 meters, no problem. And it lights everything up, not just no little tiny spot. And then high, high's more than enough, I'm telling you. But then you go to the turbo. Look at that. Unreal. Unreal. Really like this light. There's your beacon. Pretty cool, huh? Let's compare it to a car. Headlights. All right, I got my car high beams on high after the car running. We're going to go ahead and ramp up this Nitecore. I'm about 4-5 feet, maybe even more back from the front of the car. And that is the second lowest mode. There's the third lowest, which would be medium. High, just high alone, look at that. Nitecore, car headlight. Nitecore, car headlight. Drowns them out, no problem. And then you got turbo. Look at that. Give you a good idea. Wicked. All right, being as this light is bright as it is, only the bright ones I go for a walk, and this would be classified as bright enough to go for a walk. I don't know if my mic will pick it up from here. I want to get to about 70 meters back, which I am now 70 meters back. And there it is. Look at that thing. Lights everything up. Gets hot though, tell you that. This is the lowest mode right here. There's low. Wicked in itself. Medium, does a real good job on medium. And high. Pretty awesome. Strobe. Beacon. Picture that sitting on your car, shining. Pretty neat. He's a bright one. That's awesome. That's about it for the light shining. All right, like I said, this probably isn't going to take too long. I'm going to end up turning this on high. As you can see here, that's my hand, the signature of my hand to this light. And the light's fairly cool. And once I turn this thing on turbo, we're going to watch it dim down. Now I do got my exposure on auto, so it'll adjust. That there is low, ultra low, low, medium, high, and there's turbo. Now, let me get my gun for the heat. Right now, at the bottom of it's 82 degrees. The top's already up to 96. You can see how fast that top is warming up on this thing. Just wicked. There's 98. That already dimmed down. Right there it dimmed. 105. Now it dimmed down more. And we're attracting bugs. We're at 109, right at the top. Wherever there's white on that aluminum, I'm telling you right now, every flashlight that I ever do, that white spot right up at the top there, 108.8, is always hotter or cooler than the surrounding light. Hey, you can see the batteries warming up in there. Look at that. Pretty neat. I'm going to just keep it running. Now, one thing I'm going to do quick, because it's not getting any hotter than down to about 101. The whole flashlight, down on the bottom of the light's 93. I'm going to shut it off. Actually, let's put it back up on turbo. That might only be high. See how well this thing regulates. 106, 107. See, it already dropped back down. Ooh, I just got 111. She's dropping down fast. Look at that, baby. I'm going to switch modes on my thermal, my FLIR. 110, 111. Bottom's 93. About halfway up, 107, 110. Up by the switch, we're looking at 113 degrees. Pretty neat. Like I said, it's got a real good circuitry in it. Cuts it right down. What if we go to graded fire 2? Not much different. Iron, rain. Well, you can see them batteries in there, the hot spots on them. Look at that. Color wheel, not so much. Now white is hot. Let's do black hot. Go back to the instant alert. I'm going to stick my hand there, give you a comparison. Hottest you're going to see this thing is maybe once in a while bump up to about 111, and the whole flashlight is heating up now. Even down to the bottom, you're looking at about 103 degrees. So one last thing I'm going to do is shut it off, and we're going to let it cool off a little bit. I'm going to see if I can't get this thing back up on turbo. We're down to about 103 now already. Whole flashlight's hot. 102. Tell you what, when around that hottest spot gets around 100, I'm going to try going into turbo. I'm still at about 100. Yeah, right around 100. You know what? We're going to try it. Probably ain't giving it enough time yet. Let's see what happens. Okay, it went into turbo. That's turbo. Right there. Instantly shoots up. 107, 8, 9. We're already up to 111. This thing heats up fast, but it's going to drop down. It's already dropping down. There, it just dropped. So circuitry in it is just awesome for never letting it overheat. Like I said, on a warm night, you're probably only going to get 30 seconds on turbo, and then it's going to shut off, or at least dim down on you. So what do you think of that puppy? Awesome. Nitecore, you did a heck of a job. This is a unique, very usable, awesome light. Throw that thing on your belt loop. You got some wicked output to surprise, say, attackers, or light up a yard, or just show off. And extremely long runtime on that one lumen. I put this on my dresser, shut the lights off, and this gives off ample amount of light for night light. And you could run that thing, well, what'd I say? 2,000 hours. So anyways, you can check them links out down below from Nitecore. I always say, oh, this is a must-have flashlight, but on some of my videos, this guy ain't going nowhere. I'm keeping this one. So there you are. The Nitecore Concept 2, 6,500 lumens. There you go.